Okay, so can you give a little introduction about who you are, and can you tell a little bit about why you came to Startup Week Columbus?
Sure. My name is Thamarr Griffith. I'm a CEO of Grifco Strategy. It's a medical device MedTech commercialization firm. What brought me here was just the excitement around innovation and early stage companies. Whether it's MedTech or not, I love to see what is next on the horizon, the bright minds, the bright mindsets, and how do we get these things commercialized? And although it may not be necessarily in my space, it's just really understanding what the new tech and just next stage of products that can be coming to the market. So just letting them know, don't give up. It's worth it. It's worth it. Keep trying. And if it doesn't work this time, try again.
Well, that's the hope, right?
Yes.
I think when you said earlier, when we were giving the discussion, I think what really rang home was you saying that you just love to mentor. And I think that
Yes.
sticks in. If I may ask a little bit of a direct question, what keeps you in innovation, right? Innovation is something that you kind of have to have a fire for.
Yes.
I mean, it also can be very taxing because
Exactly.
most people like to be in an area where they're domain expert, right? I found a lot of seniors don't like to be unknown. So can you tell me what kind of drives you to stay within the space and what you enjoy about the innovation?
I think what I enjoy the most is the more technical, complicated, and the more challenging it is that people can't figure out what it is and why it's needed.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. It's like, how do we get this thing sold and who needs it and for what reason?
Yeah.
And it's like really creating the strategy behind how to make this thing successful. So the more difficult it is, the more exciting it is. And that's pretty much it. If it's something that's disruptive, my personality type is to run into the fire.
Yeah.
Where some people are trying to, just piggyback off of what exists. That's not how I operate. I'm very interested in seeing something new, something fresh, and how we can potentially adapt to whatever the technology is, or the technology adapt to who we are.
And then to follow up with another hard question as well, or maybe not hard, I guess being a person that does a lot of firsts, right? So I run a company, we do a lot of first world things. Wow, that sounded weird, but first in the world,
I
right?
understand.
And I guess my question is how do you prevent yourself from being jaded? Because what I find a lot of times is you were a very strong, forward person in your youth. I'm assuming you're still like that.
I'm still youthful.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Hey, I'm not knocking it, right? But I think it's very easy for people to hear no so many times or really be on the brink of failure to just go, look, I'm just going to go get a job.
Yeah.
So I guess what kind of drove you through all of that, and how do you stay on the positive side of things where you're not
Yeah, it's difficult, and for any entrepreneur, and I've been an entrepreneur multiple times in multiple different types of things, and that's a prime example of sometimes things don't work the way you plan, and you have to go back and get a job, but just don't quit, and just knowing that there may be. This may not necessarily work, but something else will. And so if there is something that most people would consider as failure, it's not. It's actually learning lessons. And those learning lessons will help you pivot when you're into whatever the next technology is or next company that you're in. You'll learn not to make those same mistakes again. So I love it. And if you fall, that's a perfect learning opportunity, and you know what not to do the next time around.
Yeah, my dad always said it's sometimes a grind, but he said as long as the wheel's grinding forward, it's still positive.
It's still positive.
And he said sometimes you can't see it. One of the sayings he used to say, which I thought was really silly, is that nobody complains about too much of a good thing. Nobody goes, "Oh my God, my life's going too good." My dad just said, when times get hard, you just get a bigger shovel and you learn how to dig better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I actually, thought of something one day, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I'm used to no's, and there was a person out there that says, I eat no's for lunch. I'm like, I eat no's for lunch, but then that one day, and I'm like, I don't like this no anymore. It doesn't feel good. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Who said this? Eat this lunch. And then you know what I said to me? What I said to myself? I was like, but you know what? Their no is not my no.
Yeah.
And I was like, your no is not my no. So, just because you said no to me about this, someone's going to tell me yes, and I'm going to make them say yes. So you know what I did? I said to myself, you know what? The world needs to know this, which they don't yet, but I trademarked the saying, your no is not my no. I got it print it on a mug and I drink out of it in the morning. So if it's one of those tough mornings, it's like, oh my God, not today.
Yeah.
I take that, your no is not my no. And I'm like, okay, you got to eat the no for lunch today.
Yeah.
Or you're going to make that no turn into a yes. So as we come into the world of startup and startup week and innovation, it's tough. It's a grind. And all those companies that you see out there that's successful in the world, how many times did they fail before it got to where they are today? So it's little, it's the events that you see that people come to, Startup Week, Entrepreneurship Week, and things of that nature. Someone's going to break through there, and are you going to be that mentor that helped them? And it's not about gaining fame from that. It's just the excitement of seeing someone's seed of an idea grow and flourish into something great that can impact the entire world.
Yeah, I think it's very much the planting trees for tomorrow. I think a lot of people don't understand that.
Yes.
And it takes, my dad also has told me before that some people aren't pipe layers. Like they don't get that I'm laying this pipe and somebody's going to use it down the road, so I better do a damn good job.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to come back to it. So they ask a final round of questions here, where the points don't matter, right? But in all seriousness, if you can go back and give yourself advice early on, what is one thing that you would tell yourself that you think would ring true?
I think starting entrepreneurship earlier.
Yeah?
Yeah, earlier. I waited a little bit later. And then I think I had the fearlessness earlier on. And as you get older, you start to have a family and, you getting kids through college, your risk tolerance is a lot lower. So.
It's having 2 kids. I can agree with that.
I'm like, oh my God, not another pair of Lululemons.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's a matter of hedging your bets and trying to make the best decision as you can. But in your early 20s, or even my kids at this, when they were teenagers, I'm like, come up with an idea. I can commercialize it. Think of something. And they're like, no, I just want to go to the mall. I'm like, that's not a good idea. So, but at the end of the day, it's a matter of just trying to start now. You're never going to get it right. Just fail forward. Keep trying.
Yeah, there was, I forget who it is. It's an old motivational speaker from, I believe, the 90s, where he said the richest place in the world is the graveyard.
Yes.
With all the ideas, with all the things that didn't go to rest. And I think that really, I heard that probably a little later in my life too, before I started my entrepreneurship journey. But I think that is one thing that I always really hold on to, because as somebody that helps entrepreneurs, I see many ideas that people will never move on, and they just keep kicking them down.
Yes.
And they're great ideas if they could find the right support.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
This
for you
was
to come in.
Thank you for having me.
Have a
Thank
safe
you.
trip.